Hey guys, Richard Williams Jr. here from Profits of Forex, and I want to thank you guys for watching another video and showing us your love and following us and supporting this channel. If you're new to the channel, definitely like, subscribe, hit the notification button, follow us over in Facebook as well, and request a free invite to the group over there. Comment in the comment section below here, join the conversation. Add something to the value of the conversation in this channel. We appreciate you. We definitely see the comments and definitely comment back. So definitely join the conversation down there below as well. As we definitely give out shout outs to our subscribers and the things that they do. We thank you guys for supporting us here on this channel as well. In this video, I wanted to kind of go over something I believe is very important. Once you know this, that this will really change not just the way you trade, it will change the way you get in your trades as well. I'm on the weekly chart right now. I like to trade from the higher time frames, and I figure I'll share this with you guys because this has really helped amplify my trading and taking it to the next level. When I started out, I used to trade on the lower time frames, and there's nothing against trading against the lower time frames, guys. Nothing at all. Whatever way fits you. But for me, I saw my trading really go to the next level because I was able to really get a bigger view, and then I could just scale down. I knew that the market was going to do a certain thing, or I had a stronger confidence that it was going to have a certain reaction, or that buyers were going to stop at certain points in the market because of this. And what we're going to be talking about today is market structure, but talking about it on a higher time frames. The higher time frames hold a lot more value than on the lower time frames. The lower time frames to me are just the noise, right? It's just the ripple effects of what goes on the higher time frames. So knowing that and seeing that from that perspective gives you an edge in the market, gives you this dynamic way of thinking and seeing and trading in the market. It gives you what you need to move your trading to the next level. So you have an idea of which way you should be trading versus seeing the trend in the moment, and all of a sudden it snaps back when you're wondering, like, man, I thought it was a strong buy when it was really just a tiny retracement on the upper time frames, like the weekly or on the daily and stuff like that. So I wanted to share that with you guys and go over a little bit more in detail and show you how I see it. So I'm on Euro USD, which I had previously been in for a buy. I currently changed my position, closed out my positions with profit, major profit. And then I saw that the market was clearly at an area where I felt like price would begin to change. And this is where it really gets good, guys. Okay, look, see how powerful this is, right? Price came up here, jumps above, retouches this and went up, came back to the same area, consolidated, went up to these higher highs, started making some equal highs here, right? And then price began to descend and push to the upside. This is our second retest. Then we have a strong spring from off of the weekly. And what we're looking at here is the fact that price came down and then it came back up to this area, and there was a strong area in which price got pushed back on the weekly. Now, what we do is we're seeing this structure, and this is how it's moving on the higher time frames, which means the lower time frames have to do nothing but respect this because the big money is traded all on this, right? The long-term sellers, the long-term buyers, the short-term buyers, all that stuff is being influenced by the higher time frames, right? Let me go ahead and take this off real quick. Remove that. So let me squinch this up some more. So as you can see, as we go down on the daily, right, and this is what I saw, that price came up above this and then it eventually broke below, and she came down to this area, this strong area of support or accumulation, and price pushed up back up to this area where we saw there be some kind of resistance, right? And this is just an area where price was brought back to, right? by the long-term sellers in the market, right? It was just bought back to them. This market right here was bought back to this price so that now it can be sold again from this price. And as you can see, it's a strong move from here. Price went up big, and it got a lot of people up here. And then price immediately snapped back here. But the thing that you have to notice is that a lot of people were in this for a long-term buy guy. And as we saw, as we saw was on the weekly, this is definitely a short term. This was our correction right here, guys. So we got our strong first impulse move. If you know anything about the Elliott wave, then you would know this is our first move. This is our A to B, right? And this is the C, right? And then eventually you have your continuation impulse again downward. And this is what you're starting to see was this is our strong move down. This is our correction. And now we see price beginning to develop to go to the downside. Now, I told you I pay attention to certain things as well. And I went on a video. I did a video of the 3 most powerful tools. I'll put it in the comment section below, the description section below, so that you guys can have a link to it. What I want you guys to notice is I told you the 3 most powerful price action tools I even used today in my trading that you see everywhere. And as you can see, this is what we have called the evening star, guys. There was a strong indecision candle right on the weekly. Then the next one was a pin bar engulfing candle, right? And it engulfed this previous candle, right? And if you go down on the daily, you see it, right? Look, price went up, went down, went up, went back, and came down real strong. Pushed off of that side, right? Now, you see price come down here below. It broke this level of structure first, right? I believe price will continue to push downward because in this area, price has been really strong. If it didn't go up above it and then retesting, we're talking about what we see, remember? We trade only what we see. If it went up above, then we will be talking about a buy, but it didn't, right? And on the higher time frames, what that tells me is that the market's interest is really strongly bearish, right? And when you start to go back on structure, you start to look at these places. You're like, okay, I can see what you're talking about because now I know what to do. I know, all right, well, listen, I'm looking for the market to go up and I'm looking for an opportunity to sell the market. I'm looking for an indication in the market that's going to show me it's time for a sell, right? And if we go on and we see this, and I'm going to show you some other examples of how I use this off the higher time frames. You go down to the 4 hour, you can see on the 4 hour prices started to move, right? Prices already begin to move, guys. And you can see that now we're starting to set up and look for some type of sell. So next week, I won't be looking at the euro to really buy her. I'll be looking for opportunities to really sell her because of what's been said and told to me or communicated to me off of the higher time frames, right? I told you that the market moves and breathes, and I believe that it's a living thing because we are. People trade the market, so it tells you where it's going, where it wants to go. Does it always go there? No, there's no promise the market will do that or no. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the trades that I called last week. And like I said, it may be predictive, but if you see it from the higher time frames, it becomes a little bit more bolder and you can be a little bit more confident in what you see because of that, right? And I'm going to go back to the weekly. I'm going to show you guys a couple of trades that we looked at. Audi CHF we looked at off of the weekly, right? And off the weekly, I noticed that the price was going bearish off of the weekly, right? Here goes our top, right? Then it came down, made a lower bottom. Then it made another lower high, another lower buy. Then I anticipated that price would come up, retrace, come to this level of structure, which it did, right? Let's go ahead and draw that out, guys. It came to another level of structure right here. It went up, retest that structure, and then it immediately went bearish. Now, we were looking for a strong move from here, and that's what we said, right? It would indicate that. And we went off the daily. We said on the daily, as we looked on the daily, we had this pin bar. We had this pin bar right here, guys. This is before price even developed. We said we were looking for a strong move down. Well, we did get a strong move down, but price also went back up. And that happens on the daily, because you got to understand on the lower time frames, though price is moving back and forth, that doesn't mean that price isn't eventually going to go that way. It just takes a little bit more time on the higher time frames for time on the higher time frames for the market and price to begin to turn. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can see something and it may not be quite the moment for it to happen, but that's the whole point of being, we're basically predicting the market, right? Forecasting the market, right? So with that being said, the market did what it did, and then eventually we had a strong push to the bearish side, and then the market went back up and went back down, and if we had got in like we did, which I did get into this trade, I'm up 162.66 pips, right? Because I got in this trade and held it, right? But I can hold that with confidence because of what I saw on the higher time frames. All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you another trade that we called out last week, guys. This is two trades that we called out last week. Was Audi JPY off of the weekly. As you can see, we can see that it came up to structure, right? That structure. We're talking about market structure, right? Once you understand market structure from the higher time frames, because it puts a little bit more meaning on it than when you see it on the little time frames. All right. It's not as strong as an area as it is on the weekly. Now, if you can get a lot of those areas that build on confluence, let's say the 4 hour, the weekly, the daily are all lined up at the same time. Those are my kind of trades, because you have a lot of market. You got a lot of market basis behind that, where the market is seen as. You're not the only one seeing these charts. So other traders are seeing, long-term traders, short-time traders, they're all coming together in the same area. It's a really good area to trade on. But seeing this from the higher time frames gives you not just a perspective, it gives you a bigger point of view. So now we can see a lot more deeper into our trades than a person can on the 5-minute or on the 15-minute chart, while they're seeing a lot of the immediate or instant gratification moments in the market. Those moments are only for a moment. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are, at any time, a 15-minute chart could go the opposite direction. But on a trade like this, I can hold my trades in confidence because I understand the overall trend is bearish, or I understand the overall trend is bullish, or that price is going to be retracing or going to be pushing up, or prices are going to be marked up from this point to this point based on what I see here. You get what I'm saying? So because I saw that, I could potentially hold this. And once again, guys, like I said, I've been holding it. Okay. I've been holding this, and I'm up 199 pips because I held it, but because I understood from the weekly time frame what that looked like. All right. I knew that when I looked at this chart, I saw this chart right here. What also let me understand that, and sometimes you got to look at other pairs to get an idea. I looked at the Audi USD. I said I wanted to see where she was at. Overall, the Audi USD has been pretty much bearish, guys. Bearish. And here again, on the weekly, I identified that there was some equal tops going on here. Remember, I talked about equal tops, how powerful those things are, that these are areas in which banks make a lot of transactions. These are created so they can do their transactions, and not, then the market begins to push from these areas. Look at that. Equal tops, equal bottoms, right? We say it, but we don't really understand the power in it, right? But then if I go down to the daily, I can see this, and this is on Audi USD, guys. And this is off the weekly. Equal tops. Price came up. Did what? Did another second test. And then she did a spring. You get what I'm saying? And now I can be confident in this trade because I was in this candle, right? My stop is back here, right? She never came back and touched my stop, right? Price eventually did what? She eventually went down, and I'm up off of Audi USD 247 pips. That's the power of the higher time frames, guys. That's the power of it. This is why I wanted to share it with you guys. So, I hope this video has helped you guys. If you haven't, and you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment in the comment section below, go over to Facebook, request a free invite to the group, and join the conversation over there. And we thank you guys and appreciate you guys for the support you've been sharing on this channel. And until next time, in the next video, if there's videos you want to share, want us to record, let us know. But until next time, this is Richard Williams Jr. from Profits of Forex, where trading is simplified.